Hi, it's Dr. Sherry. I am here to talk a little bit more about forced appreciation. And simply put, forced appreciation is when you take a property, an investment property, and you find ways to increase the value. It might be to increase the value of the whole property itself. It might be increasing the cash flow itself. There's lots of different ways to think about it. But especially in this market, which is just crazy because it seems like the prices continue to go up and up and up, it is important for you to think about the potential of a property and not just what is listed in the listing or what another real estate agent is telling you about a property. Because if there's one thing I know in looking at a lot of the listings that come out in my area, is that so many real estate agents don't have an investor mindset. So when they're marketing a property, which simply, as simple as the description in the listing, they don't really address the potential of a property from an investor's perspective. So sometimes you really have to dig through, weed through, interpret what some of the language means, which is totally okay, because that's where, as an investor, you get to find the gold. You get to find things that were not disclosed or not even realized, but that make your investment property or the potential for a certain property amazing. Okay, so here is one simple tip that you can think about to increase the profitability of a property. If it is a multi-unit, does it have coin-operated laundry? That is a simple way that there is obviously some upfront cost because you got to buy the coin-operated laundry. If you can find them used in our market, my husband and I have been able to find these used often for $300 to $400 each. Within a few months, it pays for itself. So again, your market is going to look different, your value will look different, but in my market, as an example, if we can buy a coin-operated washer and dryer, so let's say $600 for a set, we know that for every unit that uses it in a month, we're going to create about $25. And that's set, I think, at about $1-ish, 75 cents to $1 or so per load for the washer and the dryer. So of course that's a variable. If you increase it, if your market, will allow for that increase without your tenants, throwing their hands up and getting mad at you because they feel like you're taking advantage of them. You want to maintain good tenant relationships, 100%. So just understand that. But for us, it's been about $25 per unit per month. So on a fourplex, that's an extra $100 a month that we get in cash flow. And that's fantastic. And so think about it, if you've got even more units than 4, or if you can, if your market can bear an even higher price point as average per load of laundry, you can get even more than that. So think about it, $100 a month, $600 investment. Within half a year, our investment has been paid off. And so everything after that, short of some maintenance, is pure profit. So think of ways in which you can increase the revenue on your property. In some areas, so I'm going to give you a bonus suggestion. In some areas, you can actually sell parking space. So it can look maybe a couple different ways. I'm sure there's lots of different ways you could do this. If you are in an area, in a downtown area maybe, where parking spaces are at a premium, they're hard to find. So if you've got a large parking spot or large parking lot, you could maybe assign each unit to one parking spot, but then you could lease out the extra parking spots to maybe local businesses, or maybe another multi-unit or a house next door or whatever that needs extra space. And maybe you can rent it out for $100 or lease it out for $100 a month, or maybe $400. Man, I remember I lived in the Washington, D.C. area for a year. And I remember going out there and searching for a place to rent. And there was these beautiful high-rise condos in the downtown area. I think it was close to DuPont Circle. They were just amazing. But the clincher was I didn't get a parking space unless I wanted to fork over, I think it was like an additional $400 or $500 a month. So I opted not to go with that one, and I ended up going with a really cool complex in next to Old Town, Alexandria, Virginia. I'm so happy I made that decision. Being able to bike and run downtown by the Potomac on those trails was amazing. But I digress. But I do share this example just to say that in your area, there are opportunities to lease out parts of your property in ways that I might not even know, because it's unique to you and your location and your scenario. So just keep your creative hat on. Notice what the needs are in that area or that neighborhood, and get creative. Find ways of being able to generate more income for your property than you would normally, or that is being advertised. So I hope that was helpful for you. Find ways of increasing the revenue, increasing the cash flow, doing forced appreciation, and that will help you win in this market. So thanks for watching this video. I encourage you, if you like this video about forced appreciation and how to increase the value of your property as well as increase the cash flow, check out the other videos I'm doing. I'm doing a whole series on how, ideas and creative ways to increase the value of your property or to increase the cash flow. Thanks so much. And if this served you well, please subscribe.